Good evening. We'll begin with activity-based costing. Uh, this is after the previous session. Okay. So activity-based costing, we work out the cost based on activity performed, not based on the traditional overheads method. In case of traditional overheads method, where we work out single allocation base, it can be mission hours or labor hours, or it can be units or contribution margin like that. But in activity based costing method, we are going to see, depending upon the activity performed, we are going to assign the cost. So just a keyword before we start with revising. Go to question number 258. Read the question, then we will solve. One is material handling cost. Okay. Employee benefits of the worker and receiving the material, inspecting and storing the material, moving the material, etc. and all. So all these are dealing with the physical quantities. All these are dealing with which one? Physical quantities. And again, it is related to moving the material to workstations like factories or departments where the work is handled. What is appropriate cost driver they ask for? Is it based on output or input? So it should be based on number of parts used. Number of parts used. Read the next one. Exception cater. Number of vendors is for purchase orders, different material used, okay. Cost of material doesn't matter. Cost of material doesn't matter for activity based cost allocation. It can be weight, volume, etc., but not what? The cost of material. Exception. Question number 260 par. They want to go for. Which one will have a greater cost allocation base? ABC will have what? More accurate, cost allocation basis. It will be good for your results. Good results. What is the end result of activity based costing? For low volume products, it will result in which one? Lower cost, because the lower activities, lower cost, like that. Distribution. For pricing purposes, all the costs are assigned to the three products. Direct cost of 5 functions are traced directly to 3 products. Indirect costs are allocated to 5 separate products. Distribution function. What is the best for allocating which one? Distribution function cater. Distribution is to do with moving the product to the customers. Number of shipments depends upon number of parcels or number of units or number of consignments sent. So number of shipments. 263 part. Usage of barcodes rather than other means of identification is to ensure that parts can be easily identified, quickly recorded. Part can be easily identified and what? Quickly recorded. They ask you to find out the quality control cost. (14.5% of our direct labor cost, which is coming to 27,500. You just multiply and tell me. 12 into 11.5. 12 into 11.5, how much you get?
38.
17,500 into 0.14.
2450.
25 orders into 77.
1925.
What is the total?
4513.
If you apply 14.5% of 27,500, it will be 14.5% of 27,500, it will be
14.5.
how much?
3987.5.
So, using the activity-based costing system, it is 4513. Traditional method, it is 43987.5. So, it is higher. How much higher?
525.
So, in the traditional costing system, we assigned only this 3987.5. Using activity-based costing method, the proper cost is 4513. So, 525.5 extra, which is not true, Ketrika. Next, which is not true. Allocating more likely to result in major difference between traditional costing system of the firm. If they manufacture only one products. See, if there is only one product, there will be no difference between traditional costing system and which one? Activity-based costing system. Which is not true. Activity-based costing system will not result in different results. If there is anything, if there is anything, if there is only one product, go to 266. Which of the following would be reasonable basis for allocating the material handling cost?
Number of components.
Number of components per completed unit. 267. For management program. Why the management wants to go to activity based costing? Because the management will normally get what? Additional insights about what? What is the reason for the cost? What is the reason for the cost? It is for the management program, not for the product costing. So management will understand what are the causes for the cost. In which of the following situation, independent of reported net income for the first year will be same regardless of which overhead method is allocated. Whatever may be the overhead method allocated followed, it will be the same. Net income will be same. Simple if there is first year of operation. So if the ending inventory balance are zero, all manufacturing cost, selling cost, etc. is assigned to production. So there will be no difference between traditional or new method. There will be no difference between traditional or what? New method. Read the question carefully, then we'll work out. Please read the question, then we'll work out. We are given engineering design, material handling, setup, and total is given to us. Okay. So we are given units produced and sold, direct material used, direct labor hours used, then direct labor cost is given, number of parts used, number of engineering changes are given. Number of engineering changes are given. So for design, what is the best activity method, or what is the activity that should be used? The question is, they ask you to find out what is the cost of our one ultrasound machine. What is the cost of our one ultrasound machine? Okay. So this will be like 8,000 divided by 100. 8,000 divided by 100, how much you get? 80 per unit. Then labor cost will be 12,000 divided by 100. It will be 120.
20.
Then what is the next cost? Designing cost 6,000. Designing cost is 6,000. Total designs are 3. So 6,000 divided by 3 first you do. Thereafter how much you get? 6,000 divided by 3, how much you get? 2,000. Then divided by number of parts. 2,000 is for the product, divided by number of parts, it will be 20. Okay, 20 for ultrasound. Then material handling. Material handling is based on what? Material handling is based on
Number of parts used.
number of parts used. So 5,000 divided by 1,000. 5,000 divided by 1,000. It will give us 50. No, 5. That 5. Number of parts used is what? 5. And per part it is 5. Per part it is 5.
5.
So for this product, how many parts are used?
600.
So 5 into 600 divided by 100. 5 into 600 divided by 100.
30.
30. You understand this? 5 into 600? 5 per part into 600 divided by 100 units manufactured. Then number of setups. 3,000 divided by 15. How much you get? 3,000 divided by 15. Cost per setting up you will get
200.
200 into 7 setups for the first one divided by 100.
14.
Now add up all the cost, you will get cost of manufacturing one product. 80, 120, 30, 20 and 14. It will give per unit cost. It will give us what? Per unit cost. Or simply what you can do is you can take 8,000, 12,000, this 635 into 600, it will be like 3,000, 2,000, 200 into 7, 1,400 euro. Everything divided by 100 also will give the thing. Instead of dividing every time 100, 100, 100, you can work out the total cost divided by 100 also will give the same answer. What is the answer?
264.
264. $270 per. Next.
Option A, sir.
All of except all of the following except why the sales of a particular are increased. That is not to do with cost objects. That is not to do with cost objects. 271.
Painting.
Mission hours as a cost driver to allocate overhead cost to cost of production. Yeah. Robotics painting. Yes. All the other things are not based on number of hours. All the other things are not based on number of hours. 272 parameter next.
Option B.
Cost drivers are activities that causes increase or decrease in that changes with activity. Activity cost testing, engineering is given, setup is given, mission operation is given, total is given, products number of setups is given. Engineering cost assigned to product S is கேட்டிருக்கான். Engineering cost assigned to product X. So 2,50,000 divided by total engineering hours. Into 15,000. Product S 10,000. How much you get?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. He asked you only about engineering cost. So total 25,000. What is for 10,000? What is for 10,000? You get 1 lakh.
Evening, sir.
274. 274.
Activity-based costing.
EBB.
Cost driver, it's going to be activity based costing. Correct. A company's operation include high level fixed cost. Go through this. Activity based costing. 276. Cost of sales and production. They have given activity and cost driver. Read through the question. Read through the full question, then we'll start solving.
என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க அது?
Full costing system. Cost per unit for the coming year. Cost per unit for the coming year they asked for. Maybe read the handout and I request you to try. So what is the prime cost? What is the prime cost?
Various labor.
5.15 per unit is given. 5.15 per unit is given. They are using traditional full costing system, means they would have applied maybe total overhead cost divided by number of hours, how many hours? Machine hours. So 18 lakh divided by 30,000. 18 lakh divided by 30,000.
60.
60. 5,000 units, we take 80 machine hours, means per unit how much it takes? Machine hour per unit will be 80 hours for 5,000 units. So how much hours it takes per unit? 0.016. 0.016. So what is the rate per hour? What is the rate per hour?
16.
That is what? 18 lakh divided by 30,000. 60. So overheads will be 60 into 0.016.
Into
60 per hour into 0.016 per unit. This will give us per unit cost.
0.96.
0.96 is the mission, that is overheads. 5.15 plus 0.96 will give us total cost of the product. 5.15 plus 0.96, how much you get?
6.11.
Answer is D. They are not using activity based costing system, they are using what? Traditional full costing system. Same question, they are going by activity based costing system. So first let us work out cost driver rate. 7 lakh 20 by 6 billion.
0.12.
Point 0.12 into how many parts are there in this material? 5 parts are there in the material. So this into 5 parts are there in the material. So number of parts 0.64. Setting up cost 3,15,000 by 750. 420. In this, there are how many setups per batch? It's given 2 setups per batch. Per batch, 5,000 units are there. This into 2 divided by 5,000 will give us cost per unit.
0.168.
0.168. 0.168. Then next, 5,40,000 divided by 30,000. 5,40,000 divided by 30,000. How much you get? 18. 18 into, already we worked out machine hours per unit. 0.016 machine hour per unit. 18 into 0.016 machine hours per unit. What is the answer?
0.2W.
Point?
288.
Okay. This one. 2,25,000 divided by 500. 2,25,000 divided by 500. How much it will be?
450.
450 per batch. Each batch consists of 5,000 units. Already we know.
0.09.
0.09. So add up all this per unit cost. 0.06. 0.06, 0.168, 0.288, 0.09, plus this 5.15. This plus and the prime cost.
6.986.
What is the answer you get?
6.296.
6.296. This is close to 6.3. Two products data is given to us. Mission hours 1 lakh, budgeted overhead costs are shown below. Receiving engineering inspection etc. is given to us. Using cost driver for engineering cost is the number of production orders per product line. Using ABC system, engineering cost per unit cater. Engineering cost per unit cater. 3 lakh divided by number of production orders. Number of production orders.
Divided by 25,000.
3 lakh divided by
30.
30. How much you get?
10,000.
10,000 into 18. Which product they ask for? Product B.
B. 1,80,000.
So 1,80,000 divided by how many units manufactured? 12,000 units manufactured. B. 12,000 units manufactured of B. So how much you get? $15 per unit for B. 15 per unit for B. Done. So 3 lakh divided by 30. 10,000 into 18. 10,000 into 18, how much we get? 10,000 into 18, how much we get? Okay, 10,000 into 18, 1,80,000 divided by 12,000, we get 15. Answer is A. 15. Read this question. Using which one of the following statement is correct, Ketra?
ఒరే నిమిషం ఆప్షన్స్ కట్టండి సార్ మొత్తం.
Work out the profit, let us see. Revenue minus cost of goods sold particular. Assign the cost. Assign the cost. 150 into 10 minutes into 20. 150 into 10 by 60 into 20. 150 into 20 into 10 by 60. How much you get?
900.
No, total. 150 deliveries into 10 minutes by 60 into 20. How much you get?
அந்த 60 என்ன சார்?
Ah,
ஆறு ஆகுன்றீங்களா? ஓகே.
hour to minutes.
ஓகே
minutes.
ஓகே.
Total.
How much?
500.
500. The other one? 85 into 15 by 60 into 20. How much you get?
425.
So add up, you get the total cost or total revenue from 53,000. Reduce these two, you get profit and compare the profit. What is the profit? Muffins.
500.
How much?
26,000.
The other one?
$44,575.
46 minus 20.
Sorry, 24. 24.
24, 520,
25.
525. Huh?
70.
So the profit changes by 75. So simple. The answer is B. Cheesecakes are 75 more profitable. It's a simple question, not a big deal. Try this question. You try it on your own. What is the question? They ask you what is the total budgeted overheads. Hundred units of product A and 750 units of product B we are planning. 13,000.
625.
12,000 வருது சார் ஏதோ ஒன்று தப்பா போட்டுருக்கேன்.
Tell me the workings.
50 into 1.75 into 100.
How much you get?
Uh,
Okay, plus the other one. 25 into 1.25 into
150. Sorry, 100.
100. How much you get total for this? Other one 50 into 1 into 150.
Sir, 15 to 25 இருந்து மாத்தி சொல்லிட்டேன். 20 into 1.75. லெஃப்ட்ல ரெண்டுமே 50க்கு பதிலா 20. 1000 யூனிட்ஸ் வந்து 50 யூனிட்ஸ் பர் பேட்சா போடுறாங்க. கீழே கொடுத்துருக்கிறதெல்லாம் பர் பேட்ச் கொடுத்துருக்கு.
So multiply with 1000.
இல்ல சார்.
Okay.
டிவைடட் பை.
This is per batch. Per batch work out பண்ணிடலாம். It is work out per batch.
இல்ல சார், 50 யூனிட்ஸ் பர் பேட்ச் கொடுத்துருக்கு.
50 units per batch.
So 1000 யூனிட்ஸ் 50 பேட்சஸா பண்ணா, சாரி 50 யூனிட்ஸ் ஒரு பேட்சா பண்ணா 20 வந்துரும்.
20 batches into 1.75 into.
எஸ் சார். அதே மாதிரி ப்ராடக்ட் பிக்கு வந்துட்டு 30 சார். 30 பேட்சஸ்.
750 by 25, 30 batches into 1.25 into 100. The other one, 20 into 1 into 150. 150 run.
30 into 0.75 into 100.
150. What is the total you are getting? What is the total? The working correct, Dane? The working is correct, right?
Yes sir.
13,625 should be the correct answer. Let me check once, 1 minute. Correct, 13,625. They ask you material handling cost to be allocated 1 unit of wall mirror. Wall mirror. So it will be wall mirror, right? So 50,000 divided by what is the total movement of material? What is the total movement of material?
20.
20 into 5 for wall mirror. How much you get? For wall mirrors. Into 5 for wall mirrors.
12,000.
12,500 per unit கேட்டிருக்கான் 12,500 per unit they ask for, so divided by 25 units. What is the answer?
400, 500, sir.
500 per unit for wall mirrors. They ask you for wall mirrors 500 per unit. Receiving cost for product A. Receiving cost 4,50,000. 4,50,000 divided by how many
200.
orders? 200. How much you get?
Close, sir. 4 lakh.
4,50,000 divided by 200 orders received. For which product they ask for? The product A. 250.
2,250.
1,12,500.
1 lakh
12,500.
1,12,500 per unit keta. If it is per unit divided by
Divided by
30,000 units.
3.75.
3.75. 3.75. .75, correct. C. 3.75. Okay, the costing method that determines product cost by identifying the cost of individual task, then assigning the cost of products based on the task needed to produce them. We call it as which one?
ABC.
Okay. Next, we'll move on to the overhead cost allocation. Overhead cost allocation. Sir, there is one service department. There are different production department. What is service department? That renders work to the production department. If I'm a service department, what is my job? I am there to take care of production departments. Production departments will have a measurable cost unit. So if I have service department A, B, C, production department PQRS. A will render service to PQRS, P will render service to PQRS, R will render or C will render to PQRS. Now it is called as the direct service. It is called as what? Direct service. Okay. If it is non-reciprocal service, A will render service to B, C as well as PQRS. B will render service to C, PQRS, but not to A. C will render service to PQRS only, but not A and B. Now, that is called as what? Non-reciprocal services. Step-by-step method we will follow. When two departments mutually exchange services, A will render to B, B will render to A. Now, that is called as what? Reciprocal services, where we can form an equation and solve. We can form an equation and solve. So now let us go through this.
D, sir.
284.
So, range, sir. Doorbell.
All other legal department. Legal cost department should be taken as what? A corporate expense. Yes, it's an administration expense, corporate expense. It is not part of product cost. It is not part of product cost. Photocopy services A and B prepare total budget கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Fixed cost Available capacity 4 million pages. Budgeted usage is given to us. Variable cost is given to us. Assuming single rate method of cost allocation used, how much cost will be allocated for department B cater?
Multiply.
Single allocation base. Fixed cost 1 lakh. Variable cost will be based on number of pages. 36 million into 0.03. 36 million into 0.03 will be 36 million into
Allocated na peak மட்டும் தானே இது.
department B கேட்டிருக்காங்க. We are not allocating, we are applying what? Single rate method கேட்டிருக்காங்க. We are applying which one? Single rate method. Both fixed and variable cost will be applied using single rate method. What is the total? 36 lakhs into 0.03.
1,08,000.
So if you add up, total overheads will be
1,08,000.
total overheads. There is 1 lakh plus 1 lakh 8,000. 2 lakh 8,000. Okay, 2 lakh 8,000. That will be apportioned in number of pages ratio. 12:24. 12:24. Department B. So department
1
B.
is to 3. Sorry, 1 is to 2.
1 is to
divided
2.
by 3 into 2.
Maybe 24 by 36. 12, 2 by 3.
138.6666.
Check பண்ணுங்க. 138.
2,666.
So, ஒரே நிமிஷம்.
Correct. 2 by 3. 138. 2 by 3 for product B.
Yes, so.
You get 138,667. 286 part. Next.
Option A, sir.
Activate.
Algorithm should be used to allocate the cost of university computing service department or other department cater.
Budget week into actual hours.
We work out rate, budgeted rate into number of hours used. Allocating factory service department cost of production department, which one of the following item would most likely to use to activity based cater? Salary of service employee, units produced, direct material. I hope electric power consumed depends upon, we can submit our different departments. We can work out like total power cost divided by number of units consumed, activity based. Direct material usage is not activity based. Units production is not activity based. Salary of service department employees may be allocated on any proportion. Activity based, the best thing is usage of electric power. So fixed costs will be allocated based on budgeted usage. So for which one? Department A. So 1 lakh into 12 by 36. 1 lakh into 12 by 36. How much you get? 1 third, 33,333. For variable cost based on actual usage. So 14 million pages, sorry, 1.4 million pages into 0.03. How much you get?
2,000.
அதுக்கு மட்டும் ஆக்சுவல் எடுக்கணுமா அது?
கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Actual usage for variable cost.
Okay.
So total will be 75,333. Answer is B. Dual rate method. For fixed cost they use based on budgeted. For variable cost they take what? Actual usage and money.
B.
When dual rates will be used? When dual rates will be used?
B.
One department dual rate cost allocation shall be used. Two or more departments or two or more cost pools are allocated. No.
Option B, sir.
Cost can be separated into variable cost and which one? Fixed cost subpools. We can use two different methods. Read the full question, then decide.
Usage required by.
They are fixed. Costs are fixed. So if costs are fixed, it is better to go with budgeted capacity. It is better to go with what? Budgeted capacity.
Anticipated number of.
Yes. Budgeted capacity is with it is anticipated what? Number of hours of usage. That does not consider different cost behavior pattern. If you consider cost behavior pattern, that will be dual rate method. If you don't consider cost behavior, we'll apply what? Single rate, both for fixed and variable overheads. Both for fixed and variable overheads, we'll apply what? Single rate.
Control.
To allocate cost to production department, it is necessary to determine overhead rates. We are not going to, this question is not about what is the purpose of cost allocation. The question is to assign or to allocate the service department cost to production department. We need which one? Overhead recovery rate. Based on that, the cost will be assigned. Read the next one. 1 minute of time. Yes. What is the correct answer?
A.
Why number of employees?
Personnel department.
So personal department cost depends on number of employees. 294. Go through this please. They are making several steel products. It has 3 production department and the service departments are 3. Currently, they are not having any allocate service department cost to production department. Was joined recently company, new cost accountant believes that the service rates should be developed and changed.
Amount of service.
Production department managers would lead is likely to request what? Excess amount of service. They won't ask for excess amount of service.
Reciprocal.
Reciprocal means we have to form the equation and solve. Department S1 cost is equal to what is S1 cost? 27,000 plus 27,000 plus 10% of S2. 10% of S2 is 18,000.
1,800.
No, 10% of S2. We cannot do that. S2 is equal to 18,000 plus 20% of S1. So we have to find out the value of S1 by substituting. S1 is equal to 27,000. Formula way while developing the formula itself. It's actually the other way. 0.2. This is 0.1. So this will be 0.2 into. How much you get? 3,600. 0.2 into 0.1. The correct 0.02 S1. It will be like 31 to 24 into 40%.
51, sir. Option A.
Yeah, we formed the equation wrongly. Now it is correct. 23,051. Any doubt in it? 27,000 into 0.2 S2. 18,000 into 0.1 S1. So when we substitute and solve, we get 31,224, 21,122. Correct. Using direct method, they ask you to use which method? Direct method. Quality control and maintenance, two production departments. Quality control and maintenance are service department. Machining and assembly are production department. Try.
So direct method, very small doubts, sir.
Machine hours are there only in which department? Machining department. So let us allocate quality control 21 plus 7, 28,000 clear. So it will be like 3,50,000 into how many hours used? 21,000 hours used out of 28,000 hours. So how much you'll get for the machining department?
So 7.65 answer.
7.65 लिए. Let us see.
Option A.
Option 3,50,000 into 21 by 28. 21 by 28. How much you get?
262, sir.
260.
500.
Likewise, for this 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs into
18 by 30.
18 by 30. How much you get?
120, sir. So 120 plus 262, 500 gives you 382, 500.
Plus already over 4 lakhs.
The 4 miss patta.
This divided by 50,000. 4 lakh plus 262 500 plus 1 lakh 20 divided by 50,000. How much you get? 682 500 divided by 682 500
8.25, sir.
782 500. Sorry, 782 500 divided by 50,000. How much you get?
782, sir.
4 lakh
Oh.
plus 262 500 plus 1 lakh 20.
Yeah, okay.
15.65. Answer is 15.65.
And allocation applied for what you explained.
See, it's a direct method of allocation, Elia. So, ignore this services consumed by other department. This, quality control, the cost will be allocated only to what? Machining and assembly. The quality control cost, 3,50,000 will be assigned only for what? This machining and assembly. That is why 21 by 28 for this. Likewise, the other one, maintenance, 2 lakhs will be assigned only between these two. That is why 18 by 30. We don't consider the other cost because it is direct allocation to the other departments. The reciprocal, then you would have formed equation. If it is reciprocal,
step down, sir, 1 by 1.
Step down 1 by 1 part. Same question is asked under reciprocal method.
Options
try pannu. Equation form பண்ணி find out the value of quality control cost. Q and M nu vechu. Q is equal to 3,50,000 plus 1 by 4 of maintenance. Q is equal to 3,50,000 plus 1 by 4 means 0.25 of maintenance. Maintenance is equal to 2 lakhs plus 70,000 out of 35,000, which means 7 by 35 is nothing but 0.2. 0.2 Q. Solve this. 3 lakh
equal to 350 plus 0.25 200 plus 0.2 Q.
You substitute and solve, it will be like 3,50,000. 0.25 of 2 lakh will be 0.25 into 0.2.
0.05.
So when you solve, Q minus
5 divided by 0.95.
3 lakh 50 plus 54 lakhs. So Q is equal to 4 lakhs divided by 0.95. Q is equal to 4 lakh divided by 0.95. How much you get?
421,052.
0.5. They ask you the amount of quality control cost to be allocated to the other departments. 421,052.
Divided by,
No, not divided by. They ask you to find out the quality control cost total.
இது Q தானே சார்? ஓ ஓகே ஓகே, வெறும் இது மட்டும் தான்.
Q தான் calculate பண்ண சொல்றோம். M இல்ல. They ask you to find out the value of Q.
Step method. Step down.
Begins with service department that receives least service from other department. Least service from which one? Other departments. What will be the dollar amount of power department cost that will be allocated to maintenance department? Power department cost that will be allocated to maintenance department.
Maintenance department.
Think.
Department which is service department.
Begins with least service different from other departments. Least service from other departments. Think பண்ணு. Look at the power consumed by maintenance department. 250 hours out of the remaining 2,500 hours. 250 hours out of 2,500 hours.
Power na kilowatts.
No. Stop. 50,000 out of total 2,50,000.
0.20.
20%. Yeah, the answer is correct. 20%, 12,500 தான் correct. 62,500, yes, 20% will go to this maintenance department, correct. Next one is to do with reciprocal allocation, both of this. Let me tell the answer alone. Let me check and tell the answer alone. You can try it at home. IT department order value. You form the equation and find out. IT department order equation you find out. It will be like 1,00,100,000 plus engineering department in engineering department order services. Okay, we get. So form the equation and solve. The answer will be F&B department. Then F&B department it will be 55 to 76. You get the value of IT. That into 50%. That into 50%. Substitute and get the value of IT. That into 50%. You should get what? 55 to 76.
Sir, reciprocal and the production of service.
Here production departments are FB and rooms, service departments are IT and engineering. Food and beverages, rooms are production department, IT and engineering are service department. So you have to form the equation. Okay, 1,00,000 plus. Okay, so engineering services, how much is used? Like 500 out of 1000. Engineering 2 lakhs plus the other one 10 by 100 and the மாதிரி. You form the equation. In that IT department value, you will get 50% you give it to F&B, that is food and beverages. Question number 300 par.
ஒரு ஹையஸ்ட் சர்வீஸ் ப்ரொவைட் பண்றதுல இருந்து தானே சார் ஆரம்பிப்போம்.
They are using step down method of allocation. Just step down method of allocation. Which of the following cost station would not occur in catering?
Option D, sir. Information to person.
Information system department, the cost will not be allocated to which department? Personal department.
பிகாஸ் பர்சனல் தான் ஆரம்பிப்போம்.
Personal department will be allocated to the assembly, machining, information, okay, but not information department to personal department. Correct. Exception they ask for. There are several methods of allocating service department cost to production department. The method recognizes by one service department another, but not recognize reciprocal department is step down method. One department rendering service to the other, but not the other rendering service to one. Step down method. Repair department to tool department kitter. Try பண்ணுங்க. You are going to try and tell me the answer. Which option?
D. Dog.
D. We are going to start from repair, Leah. So number of employees 2 plus 1 plus 25 plus 12.
40 employees.
So 35,000 into tool department level irukanga 1 by 40. 35,000 into 1 by 40.
870.
35,000 into 1 by 40. Please ignore this 2. 3, this 2 will be considered, this 2 ignore 1, 25 plus 12, 40, 1 by 40, 35,000 into 1 by 40, how much you get?
875.
875.
நீங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல ப்ரொடக்ஷன் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் காட்டாம ஏமாத்திட்டீங்க சார்.
சரி பரவாயில்ல. Same question.
Direct method.
Direct method.
Direct methodல
how much repairment department employees allocated to tool department?
Service to service directly allowed as TA.
0. Answer. Direct method No cost will be allocated to the other service department. Correct, 0. Direct method. IT department cost to be allocated to department Y. We ignore this HR. So IT department cost 2 lakhs into the 350 by
200 by
750.
750.
300 by 750.
Option B, sir.
2 lakhs into 2 lakhs into 300 by 750. How much you get?
80,000.
80,000.
80,000. Next. They do not want to allocate service cost to production department. Overhead allocated to direct laborer in assembly department would be
12. 3 lakh divided by 25,000.
how much?
3 lakh divided by 25,000.
Without allocating the service department cost, 3 lakh divided by 25,000. What is the cost?
12.
Well,
Same question. Assembly department. Assembly department.
எதுக்குல இருந்து சர்வீஸ் காஸ்ட் டோட்டலாவா
Total
டைரக்ட்
cost.
அது
Total direct method. So the quality control 3,50,000 will be assigned based on,
இது
ignore this, 7,000 by 28,000.
1/4 சார்
7,000 by 28,000. 7,000 by 28,000. How much will be assigned for this?
80,500.
How much?
87,500.
87,500. Likewise, the other one, 2 lakhs into 2 lakhs into 12 by 30. 12 by 30. How much?
80,000.
So add up all the things.
1,67,500.
87,500 plus 80,000. 1,67,500. 1,67,500. They ask you to work out only the total service costs assigned to production department. Total service costs assigned to production department. Same question. Step down method of allocating the service cost, beginning with quality control கேட்டிருக்கான். First quality control cost will be allocated. First quality control cost will be allocated in which proportion? 21:7 proportion. Including that cost, maintenance cost will be allocated. Okay. 7,000, 21,000 in the ratio allocate பண்ணும்.
ஸ்டெப் டவுன் அது
Step down.
சர்வீஸ்
Maintenance cost allocated to assembly department கேட்டு. So quality control cost எவ்வளவு போகும்? Quality control to assembly. Quality control to assembly.
ஸ்டெப் டவுன்ல சர்வீஸ் டு சர்வீஸ் பண்ண முடியும்
பண்ண முடியும்.
ஆரம்பிக்கிறது வந்து குவாலிட்டில இருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கும் ஸோ குவாலிட்டி டு மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் போயிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் மெயின்டெனன்ஸ்ல
Correct. Quality to maintenance. Quality to maintenance போயிடுங்க. Then of course maintenance to production department directly. What are the departments? Let me to work out. What are the departments? Maintenance, maintenance, machining, then assembly. What is the first thing given? Maintenance 2 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs. So first quality control எடுத்து allocated to the 3. The quality control cost, how much? 3,50,000 allocated in which ratio?
Option C.
Allocate first quality control cost பார்க்கலாம். 3,50,000. This 7 by 35, 21 by 35, 7 by 35 work out பண்ணுங்க.
70,000.
70,000. 21 by 35.
Lakh 10,000.
How much?
Lakh 10,000. How
much?
70,000.
Then take this 2,70,000. Take this 2,70,000 and allocate it to machining and assembly. That is 12 by 18 by 30, 12 by 30. This 2,70,000 into 18 by 30, 12 by 30.
1,62,000.
Then 1,62,000 and what? The other one, 12 by 30. 2,70,000 into 12 by 30. Step down method. How much?
1,08,000.
1,08,000. 8,000. The question is, they ask you to find out how much maintenance cost that will be allocated to assembly department. 1,08,000. Maintenance cost assigned to assembly department is 1,08,000.
Dimma இருக்கு sir.
கரெக்டா தான் சார் தெரியும்.
We'll see. இல்லையா சைட்ல இருக்கு. Direct method of allocating service department cost to production department. What dollar amount? Power department cost that will be allocated to what? Machining department. Power department cost. Machining department. 3:1 ratio. 3:1 ratio. Into 150 by 200. How much?
46,870.
46,875. Correct. Power cost to maintenance department. What cost with 0. Direct method we will allocate only to production department. We will allocate only to production department. We will allocate only to production department.
So, ஒரே ஒரு செகண்ட் previous question.
Direct method, power department cost to machining department. So 1,50,000 out of 2 lakhs.
Okay, so 62,500
into 150 by 200.
Oh, okay.
Direct method no cost will be allocated to production department. Service department 0. Answer is 0. The most proper way is reciprocal way, because definitely production department will render service to production department. Step down method, beginning with maintenance department cost. Total overheads cost to each operating department is, first start with maintenance department. Allocate the cost to info systems, machining and assembly. Then take system, allocate it only to machining and assembly, and get the total cost. We'll do that. Info system, machining, assembly. What is the cost given? 1452150. This is 4 million. This is 2 million. First allocate that 6.3 million, 63 lakhs in this ratio, 4 by 20, 6 by 20, 10 by 20. Tell me 63 lakh into 4 by 20, 6 by 20, 10 by 20.
12 lakh 60,000. 18 lakh 90,000.
And 31 lakh 50,000 of the. Then take these two. Take these two. Add the both. How much you get?
27 lakh 12,000.
Allocated to machining and assembly into 4,000 by 4,500, 500 by 4,500. 4,000 by 4,500 will give us
24 lakh 10,800.
the other one, 500 by 4,500. One minute.
30,350.
So add up the total for machining and assembly. 4 million plus 18 lakh 90 plus this much.
83 lakh 8,000. 800.
800. The other one,
54 lakh 51,350.
I hope there is only one option with this. C. Done. Yes, please. 312. Which one is present in reciprocal services? Read the story, then let us see. Information system cost will be allocated to personnel as well as what? The other department. It cannot be solely. It cannot be this. D is the correct one. 313 per. Which one best recognizes mutual services rendered? Reciprocal services.
Okay.
Which one recognizes mutual services? Reciprocal service. The most appropriated method. Yes, CP renders to CO, CO renders to CP. Reciprocal services. Reciprocal services method. Which one recognizes mutual services rendered? Of course, reciprocal services method. Interdepartmental relationship between support departments. Between support departments, interdepartmental relationships will be there. Of course, when you go with reciprocal services. They render services to each other now, reciprocal services. Interdepartmental service now, reciprocal method. Okay. Try to work out this at home, but anyhow, I'll share the answer. I request you to go through this. Please go through this first. They follow step method. They follow which one? Step method for allocating the cost. Then total amount of service department cost கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So we can work out step method. The answer will be 7,62,000. So answer will be 7,62,000. I'll share the answer also. Of course, I request you to try this on your own. 7,62,000 will come. $320 per. Direct method allocated to cost service department. What amount of building operation cost allocated to fabrication? Building operation cost allocated to fabrication. It's a simple one. Try one. 16/40. 5,50,000 into 16/40. 5,50,000 into 16/40. 2,20,000. 2,20,000. Read this question. So two service departments. Systems and facilities are which department? Service department. Remaining three are production department. They are going by step down method of allocating the service cost. Which one is correctly denotes amount of system department overheads that will be allocated to use facilities department. Facility overhead charges that will be allocated to machining department. How much of system expenses that will be allocated to the other one? Ignore this. System to compute usage. Sorry, system to facilities. System to facilities will be 2 lakhs into 900 by 9,000. 2 lakhs into 900 by 9,000, how much you get? 20,000.
Correct.
Correct.